Hi guys! What's new? I got a haircut. It wasn't meant to be this short, but I kind of like it. I started getting a haircut every 6 months, which I know is still like not as often as you should. My life is on a budget, so I liked long hair, and I still do. I will always be a long hair advocate. I love long hair, but it was getting really dead, and I still had the blonde bits, which if you don't know, I bleached in. It was for my roots, but I got it bleached at the end of 2022 and now it's mid-2025. So finally the bleach parts are gone. And so probably because of that as well, it just felt really dead and I couldn't even brush it anymore. It was so annoying. So we got her chopped. Gave me framing pieces, which I did not ask for. I was sitting there and I just asked for like the dead parts off, so about that much off, and then like layers. Otherwise it gets like too hard to handle. And she goes, do you want framing pieces, like as she was doing it? And I was like, I'm gonna say no because I've never had framing pieces and my hair is always up, so it's like annoying because they fall out first. And she goes, I'll do it, it'll look better. I'm like, okay, fine. I got an iron infusion. So this will just be like a little Easter/holiday vlog. We went to Palm Sunday last week and that was really nice because I hadn't been to church in a while. I still have my palm. You know what I realized? In Italy, we use olive tree branches. And at the church, because there's like a lot of Italians here, at the church, one entrance had actual palms and one entrance had olive trees, so you could like tell who was Italian because we went to olive trees. Here we agreed no presents on Easter, so I hope my mom stuck to that because we're not doing well financially. I know I always say that, but literally we're probably at our worst right now. It's okay, Centrelink is coming to help. Reason I haven't posted. So I was getting by like filming videos over the weekend if I needed one for Tuesday, like the Disney Princess one, the last one I posted. That one was like very spontaneous. I think I posted that the day after I filmed it. But after that, I think that was week 7 or 8 or something. So TAFE was really, you know, things were due and everything was getting really hard. I was like, okay, just focus on TAFE right now, that's more important. I also just had no ideas. It wasn't just the time to film, like I also didn't know what to make as a video. So for TAFE, we had an exhibition, which was very cool. I was on the Perth Can twice. It is still at the exhibition. The exhibition is until the 30th of April. But it's not every day, it's like different days, but yeah. Aside from not having ideas or time to film, I was also feeling quite like tired and poopy and stuff, which I thought made sense because I was at the end of term 1 of the diploma and it's a lot more intense than last year. So I was like, this makes sense, I'm obviously gonna be really tired, which was probably part of that, but also because of how much I was focusing on TAFE, I wasn't really focusing on what I was eating because I was definitely eating enough, you know, but I wasn't having a lot of meat, I think, or not enough iron or whatever, so my iron got really low. So I went to see my GP, which I normally see every 6 months for like my my medication, the script, because I ran out. And normally we do a set of bloods for my vitamin D because that's been low ever since I started taking my anxiety pills. I also take vitamin D drops, but last time we checked my iron was a bit low, but she was like, oh, it's not that low, it's okay. So this time we did a blood test for the iron. Oh, I almost fainted. I'll tell you guys about that in a sec. We did a set of bloods just for the iron and she said it was at 31. And if it gets to 30, that's like not good. It's also gotten cooler these days, so I'm wearing my jumpers and stuff. Also, I found an old top at my grandma's house that had glitter on it, and I put it in the wash with all my other stuff, and now everything's got glitter on it. Like, you can either start taking pills for that as well, or you can get an iron infusion, but the iron infusion will be like, you know, done and dusted, and it'll last for like a year, and it's just not something else you gotta take. So I was like, okay, I'll do the iron infusion, whatever. That's what I did. And the nurse did really well because I did not get a bruise or anything. She was like, a lot of people don't like needles and stuff, so you can just take the pills if you want. And I was like, girl, I stab myself with needles every day, don't worry about it. So I decided to do the infusion, which was about 4 days ago. But before that, let me talk about the blood test. The reason I almost fainted was because I've gotten blood tests in the past. Like I said, my GP tells me to get them, but we normally get them like a week after I see my GP at this other place, this other clinic, and like I'm prepared, like I drink a lot of water in the morning and stuff. But this time she was like, you can just do it now if you want, but I know some people need time to prepare because like fear of needles. And I was like, oh no, I'm not afraid of needles, like it's fine. So I went to do it right after we saw her, and because I didn't know I was getting a blood test, I was chill because like needles don't bother me at all. Like I don't care when people, like when I get a vaccine or anything. So I was chill, but I knew I hadn't drinking water or a lot of water that morning because I wasn't thinking I'd get a blood test. And as soon as she gets the blood, it was literally just 2 little cylinders, like that much blood. It wasn't that much. Also, this woman like had never done a blood test on me before, and when she put the band-aid on, she put it in the wrong spot, and I saw like blood coming out, and I was like, is that supposed to happen? And then while my mum was paying, I started to feel a bit nauseous and dizzy, and I thought it was because I was seeing my blood. Not that that's ever affected me before. I'm not a person that when they see blood they faint, but I thought maybe I was just overthinking about not having water and blah blah. And then I was like, maybe I'm gonna faint, so I should go sit outside. So I sat on this bench right outside the clinic while my mum was paying, and I was trying to breathe because every time I feel nauseous, I try to just like sit down, drink water and breathe, but I didn't have any water with me, so I was just breathing because I hate vomiting. Vomiting is my least favorite activity in the world. A lot of people like it because you get rid of all the yucky stuff, but I just don't like vomiting. I started to hear like crackling in my ear, kind of like no way, like that, and it started to get a bit louder, and then my vision, it wasn't going blurry, it was going more like blotchy, and I was really confused, and I was kind of like, I was really sweating, and I was dizzy and nauseous and all that, and I was like, am I dying? I was probably just gonna faint. Like, I don't think it would have been fatal, but I just thought to myself, if I was dying for a second, I was like, oh, this is kind of sad. I'm only 19 and like I have an exhibition in a couple weeks. Like, I was kind of a bit upset. I didn't even get to finish my studio garment. Anyways, my mum comes out after she's paid and she's like, are you okay? And I was like, she goes, come with me. She brings me back into the blood test room, and the woman's like, oh, this is okay, this happens. And my mum just got me a cup of water from the little water fountain, which I didn't think of. And I drank 1 cup and I was fine. Like, the noise was going down, my vision was fine, I was able to talk again, and everything was like fading away. Actually, the last week of TAFE, I was having a bit of an identity crisis. I was sitting on my bed and I was thinking like, I had absolutely no motivation to film any videos, because normally, even when I don't post a video for a while, if like I'm going through something, like I normally still film bits and pieces of that, and I tell you guys how I feel and how like I feel awful and this and that. But this time I was like, and I was just weird because I've literally been doing this for 8 years. It just hit 8 years a few weeks ago. I had no energy, and I knew it was probably because TAFE drained me out and stuff. And like, I do have a few fans. Like, if I stop posting, people are gonna unsubscribe, and I'm like, girl, be so for real. No one even notices when you do post. They're not gonna notice when you don't post. I was like, okay, just let it go. You'll probably feel better after the iron infusion. I didn't know iron was like brown. I thought it was clear, like the drip. I didn't think it was gonna be brown. So she was like, if it doesn't get in the right vein, you'll feel it, but it will also stain your arm and you'll get an unwanted tattoo. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, chogio? I was just lying down for an hour. I was like, I took some selfies, and my mum took a photo, and she was like, you could post about this and say, baby, you got drip, drip, drip. I did want to laugh, but I couldn't move my arms. I was like, I think that's everything I had to say. My plans for the holidays were to start doing Duolingo again because I miss learning languages, but I just don't have the time to do it during TAFE, because obviously I can do it to keep my streak, but there's no point in having a streak if I'm not remembering what I'm learning, because I do want to learn the languages, so there's no point. And also I wanted to go to the library to like get some Italian books, because I also haven't been reading. Like, last year I was really good at like reading a book every night, or reading some pages of a book every night, but this year I just keep going on my phone doing my crosswords that stress me out because I don't know English enough to do them. Oh, but guys, I went to one of my friend's house the other day to make hot cross buns, which was a new experience for me. I'd never done that before. She has so many cute animals, and she lives on, and it's like in the countryside, so the fresh, crisp, cold air and like just the country vibes just reminded me of like being a kid, but like in a good way, because normally I don't like when things remind me of my house in Italy, but that was a good thing. Oh my god, and she had the cutest little blue budgie. He kept flying on my head and my shoulder. It was really cute, like a little princess. Decided I was Snow White because I'm quite pale and I've got dark features. And my other friend, who kind of looks like me, she's got same eye color and hair, but she's a bit more tan, so she's Belle. Friend whose house it was is blonde and stuff, so she's Aurora. Sleeping Beauty. I just really like Disney princesses. That was really fun. Look at this magic. I can brush my hair with a comb. Like, what? you know, brushes cause the split ends, so I decided to try and use this comb, which I bought ages ago because, you know, they say combs are better, but I could not get my hair through the comb. Also, I don't understand what dark magic the hairdressers are using, because they use like the thinnest comb ever and can get through all layers of my hair. Why can't I do that? Oh, look how it looks so healthy. Another thing with tape is that because I was feeling so gross and everything, I hadn't done my laundry in a long time. I've got quite a lot of clothes, so I was kind of curious to see how long I could last. I lasted around a month. So I've done one load of dark and one load of light, but I've still got a lot of light things. But this was just stuff scattered around my room on the floor. It's also dirty, but I did my sheets yesterday, so I went to bed in a clean bed. I hadn't done my sheets in a long time. Since it's like freshly cut and it's like really cold today, I mean, I do want to put my hoodie back on, but I kind of want to enjoy the fresh air. I feel like I should keep my hair out because I never get to wear it out because it's either like too long and annoying or it's too hot. So I feel like I should wear it out while I can. Also, this is weird, but I kind of want to put a headband on. I don't have any headbands. They're all in Italy. So yeah, we'll do another load of laundry right now. So now it's time to do the laundry aggressively. Boom. I've got to catch a vlog up on everything I've done. So
yeah, I know. I'm waiting for a new video.
Guys, I made this. Oh wait.
Good on that.
Guys, I made us this scarf at TAFE in one lesson. Oh my god, I got a Kinder Egg yesterday and I got this little bird duck out of it. Penguin? I don't know what it is. Painted this egg.
So pretty.
And we've got some chocolate eggs. Also, I'm really dumb. I said it was Easter Eve today, but it's not. It's Friday. So guys, I really love Squishmallow Tin Man. I saw him somewhere and he was really expensive. But my mum found him at Target for $7, so he got him for me as a present, finishing term 1. So cute. Look at the end of term pimples, guys. I had like 2 scabs on my eyebrow and like pimples all here. It's kind of gross. Oh my god, everyone, let's have a broke girl chat. I said I wasn't gonna buy anything new this year, or like not go out shopping on purpose. Like if I found myself at a shop with my friend and there was something I really love, you know, because I'm trying to be more sustainable and I don't need anything else. I have everything that I need. When I was waiting for my haircut, we had to wait like an hour, so I was just walking around Factory, which I haven't been in months, so there was like a completely new season. I don't even know when the last time I went there was, but I saw this hoodie. Oh my god, look at it. It's so cute because I don't like wearing black usually because like I feel like then I look really emo because I already have really dark features, but I do want like a nonchalant hoodie because all of my favorite hoodies are either like light gray or red, and it's got like, it says nostalgia on it 3 times, which is my favorite feeling when I was watching the Winx last year and just like watching childhood shows that made me happy in those really dark times. So yeah, and I like how it's faded, and then it's got stars on the hood, which is my favorite shape, and it's got them on the eye, like the dot, like, but it's $60, so, and I don't need it, so we're not gonna buy that, but I just wanted to tell you guys about that. Got my, oh hi, hello. Look guys, mum got new glasses. Oh my god, fresh breeze. It's 18 degrees. That is like the best degree, I think. What, do you agree?
Agree. What do you mean?
Of
temperature?
weather, yeah.
Oh, 24. 22.
Yeah, it needs to be 22 or lower for me to
22.
exist. Alex, what's your favorite degree in weather?
20.
Oh, mine's 18, so. I haven't posted in 3 weeks, but the videos I was posting before that were either like pre-filmed or like they weren't vlogs. So to sum up these last few months, guys, I'd say Baby Monster, Seals, and Color Red. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
So much so that I find myself singing Baby Monster.
Yeah, I've turned her into a Monsties and she's learning to recognize them too.
Yeah, slowly.
I'm so proud.
But just got to make sure it doesn't go more than like sort of halfway to 1, 2, 3.
guys. My auntie wanted to see my exhibition, so I brought her there, blah blah, then I went to see my friend. And then I ended up in this shop, which is so cool. And I was in the hat section, and it's like really good quality, and this hat was so cute. I realized my fashion sense isn't bad. Although I do dress like a teenage boy most of the time, I actually have good styling sense, which I always knew, but like now it's confirmed because I just need money. That's the problem. But this hat, it was like one of those like train conductor looking hats, but it was beige and had this little sparkly thing. It was $39, which is a really good price considering the quality and the shop it's in. But you know, I don't have $40 to spend on food, so I just left it there. But the worst part is this shop doesn't have a website or Instagram, and I didn't take any photos of it, so now I can't even see it again. I might just go there again tomorrow and take pictures of it and me wearing it, because I was in that shop for like 2 minutes, but I just fell in love with this hat. So now it's the hoodie and the hat. Together, that's $100. This economy is crazy. Today is Easter Eve, but what my goal today is, you guys know I started learning Korean a few years ago, but like I was on my grind in 2023, but then it's a hard language for me because I've got, you know, English is a Germanic language and then Italian is a Romantic language. So obviously Korean doesn't fit into either of those, so it's really hard to learn like an Asian language, especially with a whole nother, like that doesn't use the alphabet, it's got its own lettering, characters. I do know how to read Hangul, but obviously I'm not very fast and I still, like, you know, there's certain like grammar rules that I haven't learned yet. If I'm reading like lyrics of a K-pop song that I know, it kind of like helps me because I'll know like the first things and I'm like, oh, it's that line, you know? I really want to learn the rap in Better Up. This is the part I'm trying to learn. I am not Korean as far as I know, so I probably won't be saying it correctly, but I'm trying my best. I just learned Ace's part in Forever with like Chiquita's dance break. I'm pretty sure it's bale bale bale, kachi kachi, boom touchy touchy, keep it jolly jolly, everybody get down, roll up on with the motor running and give some bitch, put the money in the bag. I want to learn it the Better Up as well because that one's really fun. Nuga na maka, nuga na maka, nuga na maka, nuga ne maga. I write it down phonetically like how I would write it like in Italian if it's a really hard rap. Like, I mean, this isn't really hard, but it's just like normally just by hearing the song, obviously you'll learn the sounds, but there's some raps that are like really fast, or like there's a lot of Korean in it that are like complicated words, so I don't know them. I can't learn it just by hearing it, or I know how it goes, but I don't know every single like sound. Bala. Okay, so that's the first line. 너네가 좀 알아서 누가 내 말을 더 세게 말아 너네가 좀 알았어 비켜 누가 내 말을 더 세게 말아 너네가 좀 알았어 비켜. Oh my god, I did it! Oh, it's so satisfying when I learn a line in another language. Like, you don't understand the satisfaction unless you're into learning languages. Stunjin. I don't know what this means, by the way. I don't know what words I'm saying, but my first goal is just to be able to like pronounce the words, and then I'll start translating stuff. When I watch the music videos, obviously the captions come up, but I'm normally looking at the visuals. I'm not really looking at the lyrics. Oh god, it's so satisfying. I love learning raps in K-pop songs. Because like I would never listen to a full rap song. I don't enjoy listening to rap, but the rap part in a K-pop song is like my time to shine. Like when I'm with my friends, I'm the one who's like, okay guys, ready for my part? It's like I'm the rapper. I'm the magnet and the rapper. 순진한 척 나는 것 않고 안에 나내 look in the mirror. 순진한 척 나는 것 않고 안에 나 look 겉안. Oh, it's a k, not a g. 네, wanna look in the mirror. Okay. 누가 내 말과 난 더 세게 말하는 내가 좀 말했어 비켜. 순진한 척 나는 것 않고 안에 나 wanting to look in the mirror. But look in the mirror. But look in the mirror. The last part just before look in the mirror is confusing to me, but it's okay. I'm pretty happy with what I've learned. This helps when I write it down phonetically. Here are my little words. Because, you know, or phonetically like to you. Because like I normally write it like how it would be written in Italian. So it's like easier when I just see it, I just read it how it is. I have finished writing down the whole sequence of the rap. So I'm gonna practice now. Sige baga non nera. Sunjina chokna gona ko ane. Sunjina chokna gona ko ane no one but look in the mirror. Gijana ke son vale ma plare ma bude. Gijana ke son vale ma plare ma bude witty te wo sakta chiwo body like a boss baby. I'm a boss baby. Mother the shit like brrrra. Nugane maga nando sege balano nega chumare subikia. Sunjina chokna ngodan ko ane no one but look in the mirror. Shijana ke son vale ma blare ma no de witty te wo sakta chiwo body like a boss. Sunjina chokna ngodan but what? Chijuana ke son vale ma blare ma bude witty te wo sakta. Chijuana ke son vale ma blare ma bude witty te wo sakta chiwo body like a boss baby. What that sakta? Chijuana ke son vale ma blare ma bude witty te wo sakta chiwo body like a boss. I can't read that fast. Vale ma blare ma bude witty te wo sakta chiwo like a boss. Chiwo body like a boss baby. I'm a boss baby. Mother the shit like brrrra. Okay, so I can do the whole rap, it's just, I gotta go faster. This is one of those things that you just have to know in your head. You can't read that fast. You have to like know the sounds. It's like muscle memory, but voice memory. She will ball like a boss, baby. She will ball like a boss. Okay, I'm gonna highlight this word because I keep forgetting it. Janaka som valle ma blare ma mode witty te sakta chiwo bale like a boss. Chiwo bale like a chiwo bale. She's Janaka som valle ma blare ma mode witty te sakta chiwo bale like a boss baby. I'm a boss baby. Mother the shit like brrrra.
Eventually.
Nugane maganando seke balano nega chomare so picchia. Sunjina choknan kodan ko ana no one but look in the mirror. Gijana ke son valma blare ma mure witty te sakta. She will bale like a boss baby. My boss baby. Mother the shit like brrrra.